everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be flipping through an older album of mine. So I think I'm going to start like a new little series called maybe Flashback Friday or something like that, where once a month, I'm thinking around the first weekend of the month, I'm going to flip through one of my older albums that I have, some Project Life, just some other random albums that I have, some travel albums and things like that for this year. And that will just be a fun thing that I can share and show you some things that I like and that I didn't like, and just let you see how past years have come together. So for today, we are going to be flipping through my Project Life for 2019, and this is the first half from January to probably June or something like that. So here we go. Once again, I'm going to kind of hold these up because it's really hard to not have the glare. So this is kind of my title page. Once again, I don't really do a whole lot to my title pages. Sometimes I do these later. I don't even remember what paper this is, sorry, but I just kind of threw something together here. But then we have week 1. So this is, 2019 doesn't feel that long ago, but as far as my scrapbooking has gone, I feel like I've come a long way. So I started Project Life in 2018, and it took a while to get my groove. So at this point, I was, of course, loving Citrus Twist. I bought a lot of older kits, and I had been getting their subscription every month for probably at least 6 months or so at this point. But, yeah, here's the start of the year. This is all Citrus Twist, I'm pretty sure. Will was starting at a new tattoo shop at that point, so that was like an exciting time. So there's a lot of little things of that, little pieces of ephemera, and I stole some stuff off of like Instagram stories and, just different things like that to kind of document those moments. And besides that, just kind of average, everyday things. Like this week, I mean, there's barely even any pictures on here, but that happens. One thing I wanted to note is that whenever I was doing these in a 9x12, that's just kind of what I started with. I already had used a 9x12 previously with the Messy Books and Messy Boxes that A Beautiful Mess did, like around 2015 maybe. So I was kind of used to the 9x12 format. And then I was, I love Inky Quill's type of scrapbooking, and she was doing 9x12, and so I was like really inspired by that. So that's really what I was using. And now that I'm started with 12x12 last year, I've just like noticed how much more like that is my size to work with. I just feel like I have so much more room here. If I had one event, sometimes, that's the only thing I could really document. I had a kind of a hard time. So now with the 12x12, for me anyway, I just feel like I can really get a good mix of, filler cards, which I really like to use, journaling cards, and my photos. So just something to note. But yeah, so here is week 5. My friend Casey moved into her beautiful home, and there was a housewarming party, so that was really fun. Like this week, you can tell nothing really happened. I have pictures of my plant growing. You can see it was really little there. It was one of those cute little dog planters where the tongue sticks in the water, and you can see it grew a lot. But yeah, so just little things. I think the majority of this, I was going to say Citrus Twist, but I think a few things, that might be the Reset Girl. There's a few other things on here that I'm not really sure. It's just been so long. But yeah, so some weeks, I have nothing really going on. And then other weeks like this, it's actually a 2-page spread. So once again, I'm sure I've said this before, but I typically do just 1 page for each week, but I definitely don't mind if I have more stuff for a week. I just throw it all in there. So this was, I'm thinking like Studio Calico maybe or something. I could be wrong. Sorry if I'm wrong, but yeah, so this was a great Valentine's week, and now you're like looking at this with the eyes of 2021, and you're like, wow, getting together with my girlfriends and all getting dressed up to go eat together and everything. And me and Will went to the movies. This was kind of fun. This is one of those, I guess 3x3 little squares, and I just cut one part off, and then I put these little small Valentines that I got at work. We did like a kind of old school Valentine exchange, like we were kids in elementary school. So that was a fun way to kind of keep those. Then over here, just more of the same from that day. Will was doing little tattoos at work for Valentine's Day, and I got one that said Wiener Dogs on it. So thought that was funny. So I love having all these pictures with my girlfriends and all of that. Then week 8, Will is a leap year baby, so this was kind of right before his birthday. So we were doing some celebrating here. And then I kind of did a little layout here just to document that it was his birthday. This is a throwback picture. I'm going to see if you can see baby Penny. That was the first day that we got her. And she's just so adorable, and I love that picture. So I documented that. And then on the back, I just did another little layout that actually doesn't even have any pictures. So you can definitely do that sometimes if you want to. I was just documenting kind of currently what's going on. And this is, I guess, what size is this? Yeah, so I think this is maybe like a 6x12 or something like that. But yeah, so those are fun. I have a lot more of these page protectors, and I never pull those out anymore. So that's something that I should definitely do. Now, a lot of these are for sure in a creative bubble. So once again, documenting Will's birthday, I just printed off with my Instax camera, like just a throwback picture of us. You know, we didn't really do anything, so I didn't have any new pictures. But and then this was from my Instagram story. I had been at my job for 1 year, which I was really excited about and proud of myself. And then here were some of the sweet messages that people responded to me about this post, so I thought that I would include that. We were watching the Umbrella Academy. We were kind of sick. This was my friend Sarah's birthday, and this is a good example of the 9x12. Like, I really feel like I couldn't fit enough of our day there, or I couldn't really document anything else that happened throughout the week. And I definitely don't mind if I'm only documenting one thing. Like if I have a big event, I definitely don't mind documenting just that one event. But with the 12x12, even though it's just 3 more cards, I just feel like you have so much more space, and it's just something that I really enjoy. Like now when I look at these layouts, sometimes I feel a little like crushed in here, like everything is smushed in so much. So I personally really enjoyed the 12x12. Here is a picture of some of my work friends, and I love having things like this because we've lost a lot of these people, have moved on to other jobs or different departments or different things like that. And I love my coworkers, so I like to document them. Another no picture layout. This was when me and Will were planning our honeymoon, and we didn't go until September of this year, and we literally did this almost just perfectly by this planning. So I love that, and that was really exciting. I'd asked for the days off, and we went on a 2-week road trip, which I'll definitely be showing you that travel album here coming up as well. So here's just kind of a random week. You know, we went to the movies. Sometimes I'll throw memes in and stuff if I just feel like it spoke to me, and that's definitely me. So down here I have some tattoos that Will did. So just little things like that. I love these like currently watching cards. That's definitely from In a Creative Bubble. And those are so awesome. And I love buying from them because they're super cute, first of all. But also they're digital. So you're able to reprint that as many times as you want. So I just like will print a lot of these and just have them over my stash, and then I'll have, you know, anytime I want to talk about something I'm watching or like a podcast. They have a lot of different cards like that, currently reading, stuff like that. Here is week 12. So my favorite singer ever, Jenny Lewis, had a new album, which was a huge deal. And this was when my mom, oh, there's Greta, when my mom was coming down to watch TV at my house, and we were planning our trip to Disneyland. We did that on our honeymoon. Here's Furby. This is our little kind of neighborhood cat, and we kind of took her in she was a bit older, and she was just always hanging around us. So this is just a cute picture of her. I definitely wanted to document her because we got pretty close there when she was, at kind of the end of her days, actually. And this is going to sound crazy, but I took care of my grandmother for 6 years, and she passed away when she was 99 and a half. And I swear this little cat would remind us of Granny. And so I just have a little special place in my heart for Furby. So, and then this is Penny, and she's very wild. So this is, her typical face when she's screaming at you to throw her toy. So that's fun. Week 13 was really great because, like I said, Jenny Lewis had just come out with a new album, and that week we had tickets to go see her. Will had gotten these tickets for me from the previous Christmas, so I have a few pictures, and I don't have credit to give for this, but I did not take this photo at the concert, so, you can always kind of steal pictures off of, their Instagram and stuff like that. Here's the tickets. I just slid them right inside. I punched a little hole just to put some decorative twine on top. I have a little flip up here. This is just the Simple Stories flip pockets. And this is just housing some information about, ice cream. So I cut this out of the pamphlet from the place that we ate, Jenny's. Just other little fun things from our trip. Week 14 is just kind of a regular week at home. Most of those look like printables. Here's another little, I think this is an 8.5 by 11. So this is a picture that someone took when Will was tattooing them, and I just loved it. So I kind of documented him. And then these are some other pictures at the time. Sometimes they'll just steal them off of his Instagram and stuff and kind of do like a tattoo roundup. So there's that. Then over here we have week 15. This looks like more Citrus Twist and maybe a little bit of In a Creative Bubble. Just kind of a random week. Once again, sometimes I'll just hide things under a pocket. Okay, and here's another 2-page. So this week I just had a lot of pictures because we have these big azalea bushes and they've actually been moved now. But when they bloom, I always like to get pictures, springtime pictures. So I had a lot, and I was using the All Heart collection from Crate Paper, which I think everyone was very in love with. And actually, this is the week that we went vegan, so that's like a very special week for us. So I wanted to document a lot of things there. Greta went to the groomer, and she had like a funny haircut, and I was like, who does Greta look like? And it was my dad from like the early 90s when he had a mullet. So I had to put that picture in there. So then here is another week. And unfortunately, this is when Furby passed away, which was very sad. But other little things. Will went on a trip. We were listening to a lot of the Smiths during this time. This is, I think, Amy Tan, and I just kind of put it in its little airplane. And here's Will's ticket, so I kept that. This is definitely Citrus Twist, and I remember I saved this card, How Wonderfully You've Grown, for Penny's birthday. So this was her birthday week. So there's lots of little pictures here. There's another throwback to when she was so tiny, but this is one of those cards I was like, when am I going to use this? Like, so this happened. And I did a flip up, and this is so crazy, but you can see the little redness in Penny's poor eye. So this is actually the second time she had something called a cherry eye. And that's why I put again, because she'd already had surgery on the other eye to get that fixed. And then unfortunately later we had to again get that corrected. So it was pretty sad. But so here's week 19. This is kind of like a stash kit or a stash layout for sure, but there is some All Heart hanging on there. But picture of me and my mom when we were out and about. I was working on a scrapbook for my friend Casey for her bridal shower. This is a tattoo that Will did on me for Star Wars Day. Just little bits and pieces of our week. These are some things that went along with Casey's wedding. And then here's week 20. So just other little pictures that we took. We got our big new couch. So that was really, really exciting. We saw Detective Pikachu. These all look like printables as well. And here's another 2-pager. So this was for Casey's bachelorette. So we went to the beach and I was saving the citrus twist kit from maybe this month. That year was a beach theme, and then I was saving a lot of crepe papers, sunny days, I think. I love these like little beach girls, so I thought that that was really cute. So I just kind of put in a lot of beachy photos. Okay, on this side, just kind of a random week. My dad was retiring, and I actually work at the company and in the office that he, worked at. So, that was kind of crazy because I was so happy he was retiring, but he was going to be leaving me at work, which was sad. But this was a picture. We had a little retirement party. So that's my dad and my mom. And I just printed this picture off. I don't have like a large scale printer. So this picture is as big as it'll go, which I think is like, I usually put in 8.5 by 11, but this paper is 8.5 by 11. So the picture's a little smaller, but I mean, I think it's good enough because I like to decorate it anyways. So, and then this is about my boss at the time. She was leaving like the same week, which was really sad. So we had a little get together to say goodbye to her. More just randomness. Will tattooed my dad for the first time. We were celebrating 8 years, our 8-year anniversary. This was Casey's wedding. So things like this, I didn't really have enough pictures to do like a 2-page spread, but I do feel like it's a little crammed in there to put it all, together. But I know some people love 9 by 12. I mean, I love it for other things, but I think for me, just for project life in general, it just didn't quite. Now that I've done 12 by 12, I've just like found my thing. But I did add a little flip up. It was also Father's Day, and my dad had texted me a really sweet little thing, so I wanted to keep that. So there's that. And then these are some more things from Casey's wedding. And like this is just a little tip or whatever. So here's a little card from her. And I just took some pattern paper and I just folded it and then I punched holes in it. So I didn't have to punch holes in her card because her writing goes almost to the side and I didn't want to lose any of it. So that's just like a little way that you can make your own, added, I don't know what to say, but you get it. Just so you don't have to like mess up your actual card if you don't want to punch a hole in there. Now this page protector is a little different. They're really small. I'm not sure what size this is, but it's pretty small. It might be like a, I don't know, 1.5 by 1.5, but these are like little coin protector sheets, and I think I got just like a big pack off Amazon, but this was just to document that during this same week was mine and Will's anniversary, 8 years. So I just printed off a lot of little small pictures of us just doing all kinds of different things, and I printed off a lot, or I picked out a lot of 8s from my stash just to include them to document that. And then here, this looks like probably printables of some sort, maybe Studio Calico. And this was when we actually went to see Weird Al. So I got those tickets for me and Will for Christmas as well. So we finally had that. It looks like my parents were at the beach, so we were babysitting Greta, and Will tattooed his dad for the first time, and it was also his dad's first tattoo ever, which is pretty cool. And just a random week, we're crazy Big Brother fans, so I'll always document when that starts. Here's where I use the 2x2 squares again, which I don't really use these, page protectors that much. These are from Studio Calico, though, if anyone's interested. But once again, I just did kind of a photo dump of some of Will's tattoos that he had been working on, and just did kind of like a little back-to-back layout just to document some of the things he was doing. And we're nearing the end, guys. Here is just kind of a day out and about. Another meme about 4th of July because my dogs are very scared of the fireworks. And here's where we got our marriage license, which was really exciting. And oh my gosh, this is the sweetest text I've ever seen from Will's grandpa. He said, "Will, I'm 88 years old and my skin is a little wrinkly. Can I get a tattoo?" Which I just thought was precious. And then this is where my one of my close friends, Rachel, came and took some of our like wedding photos of us in our, my dress and all of that. So I decided to print some of these off just as 6x8s. So I like to do that sometimes, especially if I have kind of special pictures that I want to, document and stuff. So I just printed off some of my favorites on 6x8s and I just kind of have them right in here. And for me, I didn't even make we had a really low-key wedding, so I didn't even make an additional album. So just everything's just in my project life. But I was saving this card from Citrus Twist, so I was able to use it there. And there's just more stuff about the photos and everything. And then on the back, just to end it, I just added some more of our just little photos from our day. And that is really it. So, once again, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this flip through. So there's definitely things that I like about it, but of course, looking back, there's so many things that I'm like, I would never do that now. But just like everything else, I am really happy that these memories are documented. So, just remember that everything's not going to be your favorite. We may not always love everything that we create. And, I did this a couple years ago. I have gotten better. I've developed my style. And although a lot of this is things that I like, I just probably would have done a lot of things differently. So, but hey, I'm really happy. I have all of these memories documented from these years. And, I wish that I would have done Project Life many years before 2018. So I'm really, really happy that I have all of these. So I hope that you enjoyed this flip through. I will be coming at you with the second half of 2019, probably around the 1st of March for my Flashback Friday new series. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me. I hope that you're enjoying the content, and I will be also back at you this weekend with a Project Life spread process video. So I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.